What's up? It's part 3 of living in Japan from a male's perspective. Anyway, continue about if you come out here or get married. Um, one thing, I think I was talking about that. One thing is good. One thing is good though about being married out here is you always got someone to go home to. No, I'm joking. But on a serious thing, yeah, just being married out here, sometimes it get boring, when you're married because you go to work and you come home, and if you and your wife don't exactly aren't outgoing or anything, you just sit up in apartments like almost sitting in jail, and your wife, she's probably on a K-tire talking to her friends or taking care of the kids, cooking or something. You're just sitting around, had to prepare for the next day's work, or you might be playing video games, so you might want to get out and go do something. But a lot of men, when they get married, their wives like keep them in a house. They can. You want to go home? I can't, but my wife, my boss, and stuff like that. So some guys get out and do things. A lot of guys don't. Being in Japan, it really requires you to be, how can I say that? My vocabulary is disappearing. You have to be creative, or it's another word, innovative or not innovative. It's another word I want to think of. But it's challenging because it can get really boring, and you can just say, okay, I'm gonna go out for a drink, and you go out for a drink, and you just sit in a bar by yourself, and next a lady comes sit, down from you, and if the bartender, because most bartenders out here, they're haters and stuff, but she start talking to you, and get drunk, and she get drunk and be hanging on you. Next thing she hanging on you, and next she probably end up taking you home or want to take you home and stuff, something like that, and you end up coming home late, because you end up going to some lady's house and stuff like that. So, things like that can happen if you get bored, And another thing out here is the sex life with the married wives, sometimes that just disappears real quick, especially after she have kids and if she's busy and stuff. So, if you do want to continue a good sex life with your wife, you gotta pretend like she's your girlfriend or something like that, constantly touching on her and stuff like that, making her feel good and stuff like that. Or if she drinks, get her drunk, and some people do that, drink and sit at home. But then some people, they do have good relationships. The wife and the husband have a good relationship with the kids, and they spend time and go places together. And if the wife's parents are real nice and watch the kids for you, the two of you can go out to clubs or go on trips or whatever, So, that's cool. And then the parents, sometimes, they can be rude. Like my wife's parents, we don't really get along that much. And I don't even talk to them. They come to the house, I just say, "Konnichiwa, how are you?" And I'll leave and let them be in the house, because that's my wife's house. It's not my house. I don't even claim it or nothing. I know in America, if the wife buy a house, is yours too and all that. But I don't do that. I've never done that. If I bought it, then it's mine. If it's not, then because I don't go around like, oh, I'm the shit because I live in this kind of house. I don't do that. I don't brag about nothing. And but I like to have fun though. And maybe things might slip when I'm having fun. But I mean, just to say, hey, I'm driving around in a nice car and you don't have one or something like that, unless it's called for, I won't say it, But if the parents like you, then it's a good thing to hang out with the pops sometimes, and do things, because he'll teach you things in Japanese and stuff. But be careful, because sometimes they'll start talking about women and stuff like that, and don't fall for the traps. And yeah, I got some girlfriends, because he might have some too, because he's Japanese, and his wife ain't going nowhere. He already knows that no matter what's gonna happen, I mean, sometimes you get divorced, but for the most part, you know, he ain't gonna go anywhere. And unless the wife is real strong, then you know he ain't gonna be able to go out with you and stuff. So, but still talk to him because there's a lot of things you can learn and stuff like that. If you come out here, you know, most of the jobs people doing teaching jobs. I met one guy. He's a programmer. He works for Mercedes-Benz, and he's programming and stuff like that. And so, you know, if you got skills and stuff, you know, you can find jobs out here. There are jobs out here, so, you know, you just have to look for them and stuff. So a lot of you brothers and sisters out there that got some good skills, you know, just look in the papers and, you know, come out here and try to do that. Let's see. And if you're single, like when I was single and stuff, you know, when you come out here, Japan, I mean, it can get really exciting. It can get boring too, you know, it's according to what you do and everything. A lot of guys that's single, you know, they go out and, you know, some guys get hooked up with these women and stuff. Some older women, some younger women. You know, some of the guys get lucky and meet a rich Japanese lady that'll pay for their apartments and buy them clothes, take them on trips around the world and stuff like that, you know, and, you know, it's just according to how you are and where you at. You know, Kobe is a real good place to meet a lot of rich women. Kobe is a good place to meet a lot of rich women. Asia is like the richest place, I think, in Kobe. Like millionaires and billionaires are probably living out there in Shirahamas. You know, people are, you know, people rich, they're all over the place. You know, and it's a lot of these women that's older that got a lot of money and they lonely and stuff. And, you know, they'll talk to you and stuff, you know. And don't think that they don't know anything about black people, you know. If they're rich, they travel, they watch the news too. Japanese programs, they really talk about black people a lot. And they got a lot of books on about us and stuff, you know, jazz and music, you know, problems we've been through and stuff. So they pretty much know what's going on and stuff. And a lot of them, they have their attitudes towards white people too. They ain't just, all of them just don't love white people, you know, and act white and stuff. You know, they might do it in front of them, but you know, the saying like the haters say, you know, well, they just saying that because you there and they don't want no trouble, you know, and they do that to everybody, you know. But when you get behind closed doors and stuff, you know, they tell you a lot of stuff. Yeah, but being single out here, you know, like, you get to meet a lot of these girls, a lot of guys and stuff. A lot of Japanese guys, they'll come and talk to you and stuff. You know, sometimes it's according to what you're doing, you know. Like me, like when I had my afro, you know, I really didn't get too much attention and stuff, you know. And I talk to people, you know. And when I open my mouth, that's how I get some real good friends and stuff. But, you know, I had to cut my hair and stuff, and I'm trying to lose this weight and wear my hat and stuff, you know. And last night I was coming home and I ran into my lowrider friends, so like 3 lowriders out, these Japanese guys, and you know, I had my LA hat on, so they told me to sit in their car and turn the engine on. They took some pictures and stuff, you know, and they're like, oh, that's cool, you know. But out here, you know, they had their Bloods and Crips and stuff out here, but they don't be fighting like they do in America and stuff, and drive-by shootings and stuff like that, you know. It was real cool. But, you know, they the same people and stuff, so, you know, they, you know, they tend to get along. But, I mean, they do fight out here, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it ain't like it ain't like, you ain't got to worry about getting shot up and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that. But I'm not saying people don't carry guns, because I'm sure some people do. But the chance of you getting shot is like probably never, unless you're messing around with the wrong people and stuff like that. Okay.